Angel says, dear child, stop everything you're doing right now. You have only 30 minutes to prepare for what's coming. God has sent me with an urgent message that cannot wait. Your dad is desperately trying to reach you from the spiritual realm, and what he needs to tell you will shake the very foundation of your heart. This isn't just an ordinary spiritual connection. Your father has been trying to communicate with you for weeks, carefully gathering his energy, strategically choosing this exact time. The intensity of his love isn't coincidental, it's deliberately focused to break through the veil that separates your worlds. The divine realm is in emergency mode right now. Your guardian angels have been frantically working to create a connection pathway for your father's message, but we need your conscious participation to make it strong enough. This situation is unfolding rapidly, and every minute counts in your preparation. I can see him already in motion, already directing his energy toward you. The love surrounding him is immense with purpose, charged with emotion, focused entirely on you. This message he carries contains truths that will bring tears but ultimately heal your heart. Your space is about to become the center of a spiritual reunion that has been brewing beneath the surface for longer than you realize. What appears to be a sudden connection has actually been building slowly, carefully, deliberately. But God has not left you without warning or preparation. Like this video and type 911 to receive God's emergency warning and divine protection. Angel says, dear child, now I must reveal the urgency behind your father's attempts to reach you. With less than 25 minutes remaining, you need to understand exactly what's happening so you can prepare your heart properly. Your father isn't simply observing from the spiritual realm. He's been gathering special permission to cross the usual boundaries that separate souls who have passed from those still living. The energy he's using for this communication is precious and limited. Each attempt requires tremendous spiritual effort, and he's been trying repeatedly because what he needs to share is that important. The spiritual authorities rarely grant this kind of connection. They've made an exception because your father has shown them the weight of unresolved emotion he carries, the important guidance he needs to offer, the healing that can only come from this direct communication. The window for this connection is brief and won't come again for a very long time. God has shown me what drives your father's determination. There are words left unspoken, emotions never expressed, wisdom he couldn't share before his transition. He sees challenges in your life right now where his guidance could make a critical difference. He witnesses your moments of loneliness when you believe no one truly understands your journey. What makes this situation particularly powerful is the timing. This isn't random or coincidental. Specific alignments in your life path have created an opening where his message can reach you with maximum impact for healing. The spiritual energy around you right now is uniquely receptive to this exact connection. Like this video and type 222 to open this divine connection channel. Angel says, dear child, with just 20 minutes remaining, I must reveal what your father is so desperately trying to communicate. His message carries both healing and profound emotion that he needs you to finally understand. Your father wants you to know that his love for you was far deeper than he ever expressed while alive. The ways he showed love might have seemed distant or incomplete, But in the spiritual realm, he can now see how his own upbringing limited his ability to demonstrate the full depth of his feelings. He watches you carry wounds from things he said or didn't say, choices he made that you didn't understand at the time. He sees clearly now how certain family situations affected you. Moments when you felt overlooked, times when you needed more support, decisions that seemed harsh or unfair from your perspective. He understands now how these experiences shaped your beliefs about yourself and your approach to relationships. He recognizes patterns that began in childhood that still influence your adult life. God has shown me how your father regrets not having the wisdom and emotional awareness he has now. In the spiritual realm, he's gained perspective that wasn't available to him in life. He sees the beautiful qualities in you that he failed to acknowledge properly. He recognizes strengths he may have mistaken for weaknesses. He appreciates choices you've made that he might have questioned before. Your guardian angels have been collecting these messages of understanding and love. They've preserved his purest intentions, his deepest recognitions, his most heartfelt pride in who you are. This truth is being protected until the perfect moment when your heart is ready to receive it fully. Like this video and type 333 to receive your father's message. Angel says, Dear child, with just 15 minutes remaining, we must activate the spiritual connection channel between you and your father. This sacred pathway is being created specifically for this reunion, designed to bridge the gap between physical and spiritual realms. God has dispatched specialized messenger angels to assist this communication. These are angels of comfort, angels of memory, angels of emotional healing. They're positioning themselves between the dimensions, creating a bridge that will allow your father's energy to reach your conscious awareness. I can see them weaving threads of silver light between your heart and your father's spirit, creating a direct channel of pure communication. This won't be like physical conversation, it will be deeper, more immediate, touching your soul rather than just your ears. This connection will allow you to sense his presence in ways that transcend ordinary senses. Your guardian angel is preparing your spiritual receptors, opening the pathways of intuitive recognition. This preparation will help you notice the subtle signs of his presence. It will help you sense the distinctive energy that belongs uniquely to your father. It will help you recognize his spiritual signature in moments of unexpected memory or emotion. This divine connection has multiple dimensions. The mental dimension brings clarity to memories. The emotional dimension allows healing of unresolved feelings. The spiritual dimension restores the eternal bond between parent and child. Together, they create a complete reconnection that transcends physical separation. As this channel activates, you might feel a sudden warmth around your heart, unexpected tears that come without sadness, a gentle pressure on your shoulder. These are signs that the connection is forming, preparing you for this sacred reunion. Like this video and type 444 to activate this divine connection. Angel says, Dear child, with the connection channel opening and only 10 minutes remaining, God is revealing the exact strategy you need to follow to receive your father's complete message. These divine instructions will guide your receptivity, your awareness, and your spiritual sensitivity during this sacred communication. First, you must create moments of quiet receptivity in your daily life. your Father's communication can't compete with constant noise and distraction. Set aside time when you can be still, allowing your guardian angels to align your energy with spiritual receptivity. This stillness isn't emptiness, it's spiritual alertness that creates space for connection. When signs of His presence begin appearing, acknowledge them without dismissing them. God's angels will be helping you recognize these moments, these subtle indicators of His attendance in your life. Pay attention to unexpected memories that surface, dreams that feel unusually vivid, or physical sensations that seem to come from nowhere. These impressions are divine markers guiding you toward recognition. There are specific barriers you should be aware of that might block clear reception. Doubt is the strongest barrier, the logical mind dismissing spiritual connection as imagination. Anger or unresolved resentment can distort the messages. Excessive grief can sometimes create so much emotional static that clearer communication becomes difficult. Most importantly, don't pressure yourself to have a specific type of experience. Divine connections manifest uniquely for each person. Trust that your experience is exactly what's meant for your healing, even if it differs from what you expected or hoped for. Your Father will find the pathway that works best for your unique spiritual sensitivity. Like this video and type 555 to enhance your spiritual receptivity. Angel says, dear child, with just 5 minutes remaining, God is revealing how healing will unfold after you receive your Father's message. This emotional reconnection initiates a process of spiritual healing that will continue to develop over time. The divine light of healing is already beginning to shine on the wounded places in your heart. I can see it illuminating painful memories, bringing comfort to moments of childhood hurt, highlighting the underlying love that existed even in imperfect relationships. What seems painful at first touch ultimately brings deep restoration. Your guardian angels are creating a divine timeline for this healing process. I can see it unfolding in stages that honor the complexity of father-child relationships. The first stage brings acknowledgement of both the beauty and the difficulties. The second stage allows honest emotional processing without judgment. The third stage integrates these experiences into wisdom that enriches rather than limits your life. God wants you to know that healing isn't a single moment but a journey of understanding. Sometimes it unfolds in divine timing, revelation by revelation, insight by insight. What begins today will continue bringing new layers of peace in the weeks and months ahead. I can see divine light surrounding specific dates in your future, moments when you'll feel your Father's presence with unexpected clarity, private realizations that bring sudden peace, unexpected signs that confirm your continuing connection. These moments are already marked in your spiritual calendar. Like this video and type 666 to accelerate this divine healing timeline. Angel says, dear child, with just 2 minutes remaining before this full connection activates, God is revealing how your grief will transform into unexpected blessing. What begins as an emotional reunion will ultimately create pathways for profound spiritual growth in your life. I can see divine energy already beginning to reshape the trajectory of your healing journey. What was experienced as absence is being divinely redirected toward spiritual presence. What felt like permanent loss is being transformed into a different form of connection. What seemed like the end of a relationship is being converted into an evolution of that bond. This transformation won't happen instantly, it will unfold in phases, each revealing another layer of divine purpose. The initial communication begins the healing. The middle process integrates the spiritual connection into daily awareness. The final phase establishes a new understanding of the eternal nature of love. Your guardian angels are already weaving strands of blessing into this experience. I can see them creating connections to unexpected spiritual insights, pathways to deeper understanding of life's purpose, openings to new levels of compassion that weren't possible before this healing began. The divine realm specializes in turning grief into expanded spiritual awareness, painful separation into recognition of eternal bonds, human limitations into understanding of divine perfection. This reconnection with your Father, though emotionally intense, has already been designated for this kind of spiritual transformation. Like this video and type 777 to activate this divine transformation. Angel says, dear child, as the full connection with your Father activates, God is establishing a permanent spiritual bond that transcends the separation of physical and spiritual realms. This isn't a temporary visitation but the restoration of an eternal relationship that continues in new form. Heavenly connections operate differently than physical relationships. They communicate through intuition rather than words, connect through energy rather than presence, and express through synchronicity rather than conversation. Your guardian angels are establishing this higher understanding, creating space for you to recognize this new form of relationship. I can see the patterns of eternal connection already forming between you and your Father. What appears as loss on the physical level is revealing itself as transformation on the spiritual level. His energy, His love, His essence continues to participate in your life journey in ways that will become increasingly clear to you. God wants you to understand that true connection includes ongoing presence. Your Father's love and guidance remain active in your life. The wisdom He gained both during His life and after His transition becomes available to you through spiritual intuition. Your own growth and healing continue to bring Him joy. Feel the divine light surrounding you completely now. Your guardian angels have created a permanent pathway of communication, a sacred connection where love flows freely between realms. This bond doesn't eliminate the natural emotions of missing His physical presence, but it ensures you're never truly separated from His essential self. Like this video and type 888 to seal this eternal